Now it's recording. Now you can start.
Oh, I don't know where we're starting from. Get on.
The begin.
Or you get on and start then.
Welcome to the winter tour of somewhere. Don't really know where yet. Do you know where? If you know where, let us know, and then we'll go there, because that might be fun and might be interesting. But I think this is a new style for us. We're just going to try and, rather than try and make lots, because I'm really rubbish at making lots, and they usually end up being like right at the end of the year after it happened.
12 months after it's been.
Exactly. So this time we're just going to try and make a catch-up one every week. Apart from this one, because this one rewinds a little bit further, because we only decided this yesterday. So we're on a catch-up one. So this one will actually rewind all the way back to Glastonbury and its amazing carnival.
Take me home. Ladies and gentlemen.
Now, for us, that sees the campsite go from being 50% full and quite chilled out and relaxed to being full with extra people everywhere. But the joy of that is, come the Monday morning, they've all gone home. And then we get to tidy up.
And we get to go on holiday. So off we went. Trick-trotted, no, not trick-trotted, rolled our wheels to Portsmouth and Port Solent for a 2-night stop.
Yes.
Well, a night stop and a
most of the day
stop, yeah.
So we stayed overnight. It's a nice place to stay. If you give the security guard man a ring, you can stay there free of charge. We did the archetypal thing that all the holiday makers do. We popped into the pub and had a beer.
We did. And we'd also booked ourselves a table at Zizzy's.
Yep, using taste cards, so bargain priced, as you do. Get 2 for 1 on everything. So don't, give up on that taste card that the bank give you for nothing. Occasionally, it is useful.
It is.
We had this grand dream that we would go off into Portsmouth itself, get ourselves up the Spinnaker Tower, but there was a little problem.
The weather had other ideas.
So this is our winter sun holiday, part 1. Part 1 being the fact that it's actually snowing. We haven't left the country yet, but it is snowing. So we're off to go and see if we can go and see the Spinnaker Tower in Portsmouth. I fear we're not going to bother going up it, because I think the view might be a bit poor, as there is no visibility whatsoever. I am wearing a fleece and a hat and a coat. I won't close. Michelle's not close. And visibility went from lovely, and you'd have seen miles, to you could see 6 foot in front of your face. So we had a nice snowy meander round Portsmouth itself. So it's actually quite nice. Yeah, it's not a bad place. We will go back because I do want to go up the tower and I do want to see the view. But as it was, yeah,
Wasn't meant to be that.
wasn't meant to be. But these things happen.
There you go, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do.
What?
You can move. Standing where people are.
Then we headed towards the port, where it was a long wait, and it was cold, wasn't it? It was really
dark. Too dark to be exciting because we're in the queue to get in the ferry. But it's very dark.
It was a really long wait getting on.
Cold.
We just seemed to queue forever, and then they took us through. We'd gone through passport control, and we were just queuing, waiting for them to offload the boats, and we eventually got on and left an hour late, didn't we?
It sailed very late.
It did.
But we got on. Typical Brittany Ferries ship. Very nice, very pleasant, very clean. We went to the bar. We had a beer. Well, in fact, we had a beer with some really interesting people. We met some lovely people, a great big overlander in the car park. So really quite a nice chat with them. Bit different way of life, so that's quite nice. Perfect smooth sailing.
Never had a smooth sailing before.
I mean, if you could have that sailing, you would take that boat every time. It was as smooth as can be. There was mill pond.
It was beautiful.
All the way, mill pond, mill pond, mill pond. Perfect disembarkment. We got off the ferry, down the lane, through passport control within about 5 minutes. No queuing, no nothing, and we were on
our way. After 9 o'clock.
By 9 o'clock, we were on the Spanish roads.
We were heading towards our first supermarket shop because we had nothing with us.
Because obviously you can't bring anything, thanks to Brexit. You can't bring anything in your fridge or freezer.
Well, and we did have a fridge on for 2 days, didn't we? So.
Because we had nothing in it, so that saved us a bit of gas. But yeah, first stop, I'm going for Llanes. It probably isn't pronounced Llanes, but we're having Llanes from here on in. And we got to go and walk a coastal path and hunt out the iconic poo.
Coming to a place called Poo. Paul calls it Poo.
There's no Dunhour in this. It's definitely Poo Beach. We're in the village of Poo. Or Poo. Or Poo. Who knows? Very quiet village. Nice and peaceful.
Oh, we have cows.
Michelle's found cows.
Look at them. Oh.
On the grounds, we live on a beef farm. I'm not sure of the excitement of finding cows.
It's their Spanish cows. Look at it.
Oh, so it's Spanish beef instead of Somerset beef. There we go. Spanish cow chillaxing on the grass. Michelle has found calves. Onward with our village tour before we go to find the beach. This is a very picture perfect little Spanish village. There's absolutely nothing here. There's absolutely nothing going on.
It is Sunday.
It is a Sunday morning, but there is nothing going on.
Lovely. Just how the world should be. Something mesmerising about the waves and the sea, that lapping in and out. Very calm.
Well, this is actually a mental surprise because this actually is even better than I imagined. I genuinely thought, oh yeah, it'll be a bit of tourist hype, there won't be a beautiful beach, there won't be white sands, but if we could come here in summer, this place would be absolutely magical. Even the locals had autographed the signs with the word poo.
Sure, it's pronounced Po.
So it's definitely Poo Beach.
And that was beautiful.
Oh, gorgeous. Special, very special, very stunning cove. You know, it's how all coves should look.
Had a reasonable air to stay on. It didn't look quite right when we arrived, did it? It was open because the barriers were all up, and you go through the coach and lorry car park to get into it, but we did get in there, didn't we?
So Llanes motorhome air, very nice actually. Obviously there's a road running behind us, but that's life. It's all good from that respect. There's an epic bimbo mobile behind me. Apparently I can't have one of those either, but that's because she's tight. She won't let me have anything I want at all. So all in the comments, all drop below that Paul is allowed a big 4x4 off-roader. It's okay. But no, this is all good. It's got services behind me. It's got 19 spaces, but there are people parked outside. There is a big car park outside. All I'd say is if you're coming here, do drive through the tatty car park with all the coaches in, and don't just drive past, because you come inside, you find this. You've got benches, bins, services and parking spaces. Got in there, had a nice couple of nights.
Had a nice couple of nights. Weather was a bit risky. It was a bit windy. We had to move the van on the second night.
The wind got up somewhere. I don't know. Apparently there was some sort of storm going through the UK, and I think we had the tail end of it. But it was good. It was a two nights free. Didn't have to pay because the barriers were up. If you have to pay, it is only €6 a night, so don't let that ever put anybody off, because it's a really nice place. And really nice.
Then we headed on to, can't remember where we went.
A few moments later.
So you take her that many
I
places?
know.
She's got no idea.
No, I haven't. Where did we go next?
I don't know. Where did you go?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
I went in the truck.
I only drive. You navigate.
Where did you go? We could sit here for hours now going, where did Michelle go?
Well, it wasn't the last place we were at.
Did we go from, let's see, did we go from Llanes to...
You can't remember either.
Oviedo?
That's it, we did. And again, another good air, another free
Busy. There's all you can say about this inner city air. But what a city. How gorgeous is the place? It's a definite well worth come and visit. You've got your typical range of services. You've got water, waste, toilet, etc. in there, and yeah, but it's mental. It's busy and full of Spanish. Amazing city. I've some really special city. Loads of UNESCO World Heritage, some bits and bobs around it. I reckon it's pretty overlooked, to be fair, by English tourists, because to be honest, the air packed out, every space packed, car park behind it packed, every van. Where have you brought me today?
To the old town of Oviedo? Who knows how you pronounce it? Pleasant place. Interesting streets. And I don't think I need to film anymore.
There we go. We've brought Michelle to see more amazing things.
Alleyways all around it.
Around this way. Another day, another magnificent cathedral. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Go on then.
I have no idea.
Oh.
Español. Little streets. Big cathedrals. Fantastic looking park on the internet called San Francisco Park, which we're going to go and have a look at. And mainly just bucket loads of history. And what we worked out from the fact that the little motorhome there is absolutely packed with every van being Spanish apart from ours, that it must be an epic place to come and visit in Spain. And look, Michelle has stopped at the side of it, looking at food as always. What a view of the cathedral. Finally, this is about the only place you can get a view of this thing because it is that ginormous. That's a stunning little chap.
Huh?
That's a stunning little chap.
Is it? I'll have a look through the window now. It's beautiful.
That's just what we were going to do to buy in the shop. So we're now heading down a really unassuming street full of bars and shops, but apparently at the bottom we're going to find something amazing, something that has made the UNESCO Heritage list. But let's go and have a look. Yeah, literally bottom of the road. Bottom of the road, what do you say?
Yeah, bottom of the road.
Bottom of the road, and then you find amazing steps and take you for a closer look while Michelle deciphers what the sign says. Oh, okay, so the sign was in English, that makes life very easy. We're going down the steps. Go down the steps, and we can go into La Fontaine. Well, that is what I call special, but randomly located, because that is literally on the street. Did you learn anything from the sign?
Yes, it was a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1985. It's got a victory cross at the top there. Can't tell you what it says in Spanish. But it's a lot more interesting than the one we went to look for in Benicassim that was just a tap.
This is a good water fountain.
This is a good water fountain. Beautiful. Right in the centre of a city, you wouldn't think it would be here. Nice.
Called San Francisco Park.
We have found it at long last, yeah. Looks nice. Very green, right in the centre of the city. You'd never believe it, would you? Lovely.
Mafalda.
Mafalda. You can read what it says.
You can get it in Braille.
That's not going to be any
Can
more.
you receive? You could just scan the QR code. That's right. And then we can work out what Mafalda is. What do we know about Mafalda?
She was installed as a tribute to a creator. Oh, let's start again. 2014, this figure is installed as a tribute to the character and his creator, Joaquin Salvador. This figure is a twin of another one that's installed in Buenos Aires.
On top of that hill, up there, all the way up there, is Jesus. Do you think Michelle will let us go and see it? Where are we going?
Right up there, we're going that way.
The tide, love.
That was a long hill. Very long, but worth a walk. Very pretty. And look at that. 26th of November. T-shirt on, blue sky.
Sunshine. Rainbows. I don't think I can capture it in video, but that is actually, despite how beautiful and compact it is, from here, that is a massive, massive sprawling city. And we are actually over there, around that corner and over and down. So, and we're still in the city. This is a stunning city. This must be top of people's places to come and see. So yep, we've come back from the churches. We're heading along a different track. We are staying outside the city for our way back, which could be good, could be a disaster. Depends if we can actually find a track that's going to take us back down the hill to where we want to be. But it's looking promising so far because we've dropped downhill quite a way. But we are now on a muddy track. Must be a good place. We had a nice hike up the hill to see another UNESCO World Heritage church. Can't say anything better than that, apart from it was gorgeous. The sun was shining because it's really, really unseasonably warm here in northern Spain, so it's been perfect. And from there on in, we potted back to Foz, jumped on the bikes.
We did, for an epic bike journey, which Google Maps said was moderate.
Where are we today, boys?
We are at, can't think, Cathedral Beach? Cathedral Beach.
Cathedral Beach.
Yeah.
Not
No, just Cathedral Beach. Cathedral Beach.
Yeah. Because it's an AS. It's an
Okay.
We have just cycled
18 kilometres.
mainly uphill, by the way, just in case anybody else thinks it's a good idea to come from Foz and cycle here. It's mainly uphill.
And we don't have electric bikes.
I think the word "yet" needs to
Yeah.
an end of that sentence. I think even Michelle has finally decided that they would be a good idea. Viewpoint numero uno. Look at that sky though. Can you believe this is northern Spain?
On the 27th of
They are having a heat wave, especially for me, so I can explore more places here, because that is just perfect. So right out in the distance, all the way over there, is the one that we kind of were expecting to be able to get a good view of, but he's definitely out in the sea at this point, because that is like Doodle, but just on a smaller scale. But look down here, look at the rock formations, or the erosion perhaps is a better way to put it. Look at the platforms that's created. That's what it should look like. That is what happens when the sea erodes a hole through the cave, through the cliff. That is pretty dramatic, even from this distance. Good track.
It's a bum clencher, that one.
Google Maps said moderate hills. Moderate hills turned out to be, mountain climbing.
You must remember we don't have electric bikes, so it was all pedal power, and actually sometimes getting off the bikes to push them up the hills, because it was bum clenching, I'm going to call it, in places.
They were steep. There were some steep hills, but
There
at
were.
the end,
Beautiful beach.
we found Cathedral Beach. If you've got the chance, that's another one to put on the list, because it is a beautiful, beautiful beach. The stacks, those rock stacks, they are gorgeous. It's going to eventually, obviously, it's going to erode away, so it's not going to be there forever, so don't leave it for too long. Foz itself, there's no argument. That is probably the best camper park in the whole of the north coast of Spain.
And they've improved it.
and they've made it bigger. They've added a bar. Yeah, I can't say anything more. It is a beautiful camper park. The town of Foz itself, I'm still going to sit there and say, last time we went, I was a bit like, oh, nice harbour.
Still the same.
Still exactly the same. But yeah, in the summer, that's going to be a beautiful place because the coastal walk along the beach, amazing. You know, the cycle ride out to the next sort of cove round, amazing. Can't really get much better. After that, we've potted our way down the country a bit further. We've hit Lugo. We're travelling Lugo, L-U-G-O, Lugo.
Not Ludo.
Not
or
Ludo.
Cluedo.
Apparently, neither of those, but Lugo. So that and beautiful, complete Roman walls right round the city. So, you know, yeah, we're going to take you on a little wander around there. So, what's those?
No, not morning.
It's nearly afternoon.
Yeah, we were late getting up this morning.
Nearly afternoon. And today, we are on the walls of Lugo.
Lugo.
L-U-G-O. Lugo. Not pronounced anything like that whatsoever, but we're having Lugo.
Not Ludo.
Is there going to be a Caramel mustard? You did it to the butler.
That was Cluedo.
Oh.
Ludo was the board game with the little... Yeah, I'll show you later.
I didn't have one of those as a child. Deprived childhood, me. Let's take you on a little one.
It's nice to see all the different houses and roofs that you wouldn't normally see if you were just walking below.
No, because you're above it almost. We're almost above things here.
Now, look, there's another example of an old roof. We'll try and zoom in on that one over there. Bit different to the last walled town we walked around in the freezing fog last season.
Oh, in Langrez.
Langrez.
That was pretty though.
This is UNESCO World Heritage.
You actually sound like you know what you're talking about here.
This is what? It's a UNESCO World Heritage fully contained Roman wall.
It is. It's one of the best preserved versions in the whole of Western Europe because it's actually complete.
I read the board.
The next nearest one apparently is almost as complete as York, but York is not complete. Another good one. Another free air as well. They're up here, they're not great because, you know, it is basically, here's a big car park, but they're giving us big car parks in the towns where we want to be. I can't say fairer than that. That is perfect. What more can I ask?
Just check they've not got any sports on. It did get a little bit busy last night, didn't it?
It went from like the 25 motorhomes parked in this massive car park to every inch of space filled with a car.
They were filling it. They were filling it. And then there was a music festival. I'm not quite sure what I heard in the night.
But somewhere down in the valley.
In the valley, there was something else going on.
There was something that carried right up the valley. But we got to see the walls. We got to see the beautiful Roman bridge. Yeah, it's, again, apparently the walls are the most complete set of walls in the whole of Western Europe. It gained its UNESCO World Heritage status, and it's truly deserved. And our final stop in Northern Spain.
Orons?
We'll go with that one. That sounds about right.
This is the thermal pools.
They are wow. A lot
Sadly,
of them.
we haven't gone into them because it's Sunday and they are absolutely chock-a-block. So we haven't gone and got in them, but we have done a lovely 10-kilometre walk right the way around the river.
I think also the problem with that is, out of the 4 sets of pools, 2 of them are shut because I think looking at the river must have overflowed and filled the thermal pools with dirty water because they're all just shut, ready to be cleaned. So sadly, the amount of people squished into the ones that are available.
There was a lot of people.
There were a lot of people.
There were.
A lot of people. So we kind of went, you know what?
Not for
We'll
us.
save it. We'll save it. There'll be another thermal pool somewhere. They were gorgeous. The Riverside Walk, beautiful. The Millennium Bridge, oh my God. Michelle didn't fancy going up it. And when we stood and looked at it and realised it was steps the whole way around it, I'm glad she went, no, let's not do it, because I would have probably gone, let's go. And been up there, but then gone, oh my God, there's millions of steps, because the steps go right up and loop around the whole bridge.
It was epic.
But we did cross the nice Roman bridge
We did.
at the other end. So it can't be too bad.
And again, on another free air supplied by the town, there is a camper park brand new down the road about a kilometre away, isn't it?
But we walked past it.
And there's only 2 on there.
There's 2 on there. And we're on this air. There's not a lot on here. There's about 5 on this air. In the car park,
Down by the pools.
down by the pools, there must have been 40 vans.
Yeah.
Over the other side, more vans. In the car park that way, more
More
vans.
vans. Yeah.
So-
They're parked everywhere.
I think parking here is very tolerated. I know it's the middle of winter, so it's very tolerated. But I guess it will be the end of the tolerated parking, because obviously somebody's created now something that they've got to pay for the investment that went into it. It's just a shame that there's nobody on it, because you're not, it sounds bad, but you're not going to go and park on something that nobody else is on, when you can park here and have the same view and the same set of facilities for nothing. Tomorrow, we're off
Portugal.
Portugal.
We are going to attempt the N2. Hopefully with no mishaps. Can't see we're going to get the road wrong, because we can only follow the N2, but you never know.
we won't need to sat nav.
No, well, we might do.
Who knows?
Got to get round the roundabout first.
But there we go. That is our attempt. We are off tomorrow to catch on to the N2. That will be the start of the next video, which, like I say, we're going to try and keep them sort of catching up weekly, so they don't get too far behind.
Hope you've enjoyed them, and I hope it's not been too long.
And remember, you have to do that thing. You have to like, subscribe, comment, share, send Paul a free coffee. Oh no, we don't do that one because we're not that tight. But any of the good stuff, you do the good stuff, and we'll see you next time.